Hey there, Capricorn. Welcome to your reading for the week, or this is for your bonus reading for March of 2024, but we're going to see what is going on for you at this time. I definitely feel like you need to get out of your head, for sure. The Tower is showing up in the area of your thoughts. We're going to talk about that. Yeah, you have this card right here. It says, work through your fears. So definitely time for you to kind of let go of any fears or concerns that you have. And these could be fears or worries about pretty much anything. We're going to find out. I have a feeling that it's probably about like finances or whatever, or like whatever you do for work. And that's kind of like the feeling I get here, obviously. And obviously things are going to be perfectly fine. So, I think that the Tower is only happening in your mind. And sure, that, I don't know if you saw that, but that card also wanted to come out and I didn't take it. So we'll take both. So why not? You start off with the Seven of Pentacles. It's almost like you need to do something different, or it's almost like that you have to upgrade in some way. Seven of Pentacles is my card that says, is the juice worth the squeeze? He's looking at all the growth and all the all of the things that he's gotten to grow, all his accomplishments and everything that he's been able to do in his life. But, he's trying to decide if all his efforts have been worth it, or if there is, something else that he could do, or a new direction that he could move in, or something else that he could grow in his life. And I see that for you. I do see fear here. You have 2 sevens. Whenever I have a reading with 2 sevens, to me, that's internal fears that don't exist. And you have that Scorpion card, the Scorpio card that says, work through your fears. So definitely a time for you to kind of like look at what is maybe holding you back from trying something new. Like I get the feeling that some of you are maybe holding on to work that has only ever provided you a certain lifestyle. And it's like, it's time for Capricorns, I think, to upgrade their lifestyle big time. And, Pluto is finally leaving your sign. It's going to retrograde one more time from Aquarius. It's in Aquarius right now. It's going to retrograde back one more time. And so it's going to, basically go to 29 degrees, which is nothing. And before it leaves again forever. And so I feel like it's really time for you to upgrade, but I also feel that there could be some, fears of maybe letting go of something that's working, even though it kind of isn't at the same time. You have the Eight of Wands as the crossing energy, which can be, the crossing energy can be what hurts you or helps you. I kind of feel this is something that's helping you. The Eight of Wands is a quick conclusion or a quick success. It can also represent messages or communication. And I kind of feel like you are getting some ideas, some better ideas. These don't have to be intuitive ideas. I feel these could be ideas that you're receiving from people around you. I feel these could be ideas that you're learning about. And, any ideas or any new directions that your mind is coming up with, I would move in those new directions because, I feel like that's where you're going to be finding a lot of success here, Capricorn, is in new directions. You have the Tower. The Tower is coming up in the area of your thoughts. I think you're thinking that something is going to be a disaster or like something is going to be worse than it actually is. And this could be like the future. I don't even think it's just one thing. I think that you're, expecting some sort of tower moment like in the world or something like that. So you could be a little bit on edge at this time. The reading itself looks pretty good, so I wouldn't worry too much about it. It's definitely, of course, I would say, don't lose your mind or anything like that. But, at the same time, I think things look pretty good. But I do feel like some of you are kind of like wondering when something is going to happen or, when you're going to lose your job or whatever. It's like I think your thoughts, like I would be careful of your thoughts is what I'm trying to say here. The Tower is also falling because these people have been ignoring reality. So they're being brought back down to reality. And you could be thinking about that. Like your brain, you could just be thinking about something that is a shock to your reality. So it might not be like a real tower moment, but you might be realizing something that feels like a tower moment, if that makes sense. So, I feel like some of you could be going for like through that. And I'll give you some examples. Like one example I can think of is that, it's like maybe you all of a sudden are realizing that you're like farther behind than you should be at work. Like maybe you're seeing new people get hired that are like 10 times smarter than you. And, I feel like the Tower is kind of like that realization that you're a little bit behind maybe on your knowledge or your skills. And again, definitely don't panic, right? But what I would do is I would like start upgrading your skills or start making yourself more valuable at work or, start learning something new. So it's like, that's the type of Tower that I'm getting here. The Tower is something that shouldn't be ignored. Personally, I like the Tower. To me, I would not want to live a life without the Tower because everything would always be the same. But the Tower says where there's smoke, there's fire, right? So there's smoke here. It's basically saying do not ignore something something that your mind is telling you to pay attention to. And I kind of get that there with the Tower. Now you have the Chariot. Some of you could also just be thinking about moving. Just that simple. The Tower can sometimes just represent a move. The Chariot clearly is a move. The Chariot is showing up in the area of your foundation. And so the Chariot is a card of victory and success. The Chariot driver is setting himself apart from the city that is behind him. He's leaving that city behind him and he's moving in a new direction. He doesn't really know what direction he's moving in. He's just moving towards something new. So I feel for a lot of you that you're moving in new directions. The Chariot is about being in alignment. He has these stars in his canopy, the moon's on his shoulders, and he doesn't really worry about anything. He just knows that his energy, because it's in alignment, that the universe, these two sphinxes represent the mysteries of the universe. He knows that they are going to bring him to the right thing because his energy is in alignment. So if he wants success, for example, he isn't telling the universe, I need to be successful in XYZ way. He is just giving off the energy of success. He's in alignment with the principles of success, and because of that, he's being brought towards success. But it could be through any way. Maybe he, starts a new business, but it could also be like maybe other people make him successful or, whatever the case may be. So he is flexible in how he does this. And the reason I'm saying this is you have this flexibility card here, which we're going to talk about in a minute. In the area of the past, you have the Nine of Swords. I feel like you're getting off the hamster wheel, feeling like you're just chasing your own tail, feeling like you can't have fun in life. And, the Nine of Swords is, as far as I'm concerned, the worst card in the tarot. So, I think the Nine of Swords is way worse than the Tower. The Nine of Swords is like having a nightmare, waking up, being stuck in a nightmare. So I feel for a lot of you that you feel that you have repeated a lot of mistakes, or maybe you feel like you made a lot of mistakes. And I kind of feel that that's what you're leaving behind. So again, I feel like this is a good thing. You have the otter spirit as well in your past, and the otter is about being more playful, enjoying life more, doing more things that bring enjoyment into your life. Like all that stuff would be a really good idea with the otter. I also feel that some of you could maybe be spending more time with family, or you could be wanting to spend more time with family as well. But again, I think more importantly, you are having more fun in life, which is a good thing. In the area of your very near future, you have the Justice card. I feel like this is like positive karma. Like you are receiving positive karma in your life, or you're receiving something that is considered positive karma or balance in your life. So I feel for a lot of you, things are balancing out with the Justice card. I also feel that a lot of you are kind of like in more of a neutral position in life. I feel like you're kind of looking at things from different perspectives. This is, we have this flexibility card, and I really feel that the Justice card is saying be flexible. Don't look at anything as, good or bad in life. Look at things as, like, can this help me or not? It's almost like you're more in a position of weighing your options. Again, Seven of Pentacles is a card of weighing your options, because he's like looking at what he's grown and he's saying, is it worth it or not? He's weighing his options. Justice, weighing your options. You have this flexibility card. I feel it's saying allow yourself to be, the flexibility to make changes, and don't be afraid to reinvent yourself either. We're in a time of reinvention. You had Pluto in your sign for a long ass time, Capricorn. And, not only that, as I always say, I think that having Pluto in Capricorn is worse for you, because Pluto is as close to Earth as it possibly can be in Capricorn. It doesn't get any closer than that. So, it's like the energy is even more aggressive, more heightened, right? And I feel like the flexibility card is saying, maybe you've always seen yourself as one thing, but there are a ton of other options in life if you go and do something else, or, if you, embrace some sort of new identity or whatever the case may be. And so I feel that's what the flexibility card is talking about. Over the next few months, I feel you have nothing to worry about. Like, are you kidding? You have the Empress, definitely attracting a lot of abundance into your life. I feel like you're very attractive at this time as well. So if you want love, I would get out there, Capricorn. Doesn't matter what gender you are. I think this goes for all of you. So I would definitely get out there. I also feel like whatever you're creating, if you are in the creation zone where you're, creating works, or you're creating effort, or you're creating some sort of project, whatever it is, I feel like your projects and things like that are going to bring a lot of abundance into your life. You have the Ace of Wands. The Ace of Wands is a card of creation. So again, it seems to me like you're in this position of creation. This is coming up in the area of your closest relationships. So there definitely could be like a hot and steamy connection coming in for you. It is kind of funny. I do feel like for some of you that you could be starting something with someone, maybe like a friends with benefit situation that turns into like something deeper or something like that. That's not going to be for all of you, but it is popping into my head. For others, I feel that this is more talking about just creative energy. I feel like it has nothing to do with the position. I read positions when I do these readings, but I also read intuitively, and I feel like this is more just talking about you upgrading your life. This right here, you have the this castle in the background. The castle is crumbling. Ace of Wands is out with the old, in with the new. It is kind of a new creation, or you creating something new in your life. So I feel if you are reinventing yourself, changing your life in any way, there's like a lot of success coming in for you because of that. You have the Seven of Swords. Seven of Swords is like lying, cheating, stealing. Most people read it as lying, cheating, stealing. I don't really feel like that's true. To me, Seven of Swords is a card of tactics. He is stealing those swords from an army that's in the background here. And so instead of going to war, he's kind of, stealing the swords so that they can't be used against him in battle. And it basically, the card says, like, is there another way? Is there a more flexible way that you could do whatever you're trying to do in your life? Or is there a different way? I'm hearing, like, if you can't beat them, join them. And so there might be certain things that you're worried about, but it's like, are there benefits to doing something? Or, maybe there's like a group of people that you feel like are competition, but I feel like this reading is saying, can you make them not competition? Can you work together with those people? Or, whatever the case may be. You have the Temperance card as your outcome. Again, Temperance is a transition or going through a transition phase. I feel like you are going through a transition phase here, Capricorn. There's the angel, the Temperance angel, has 1 foot in the water and 1 foot on land. And this over here is the path to glory. It's almost like I feel that some of you already have an idea for your life. Like the transition that you could be going through is you have an idea. The water is the dream. The land would be grounding that in reality. And, stepping off onto land here and getting this crown would be manifesting something in your reality. And I feel it's time for something to kind of come out of the dream world and be brought into the real world. So you could be manifesting some sort of dream. You have this partnership card. It says you're manifesting a strong and successful partnership. We already know this. Consider having a partner who can bring experience you lack. So again, you could really be meeting a person who fills in the gaps. You're missing piece to your puzzle there, Capricorn. I like it. Could be a fire sign. Could be any sign. Fire, Libra stands out to me. Scorpio, Cancer. Could be any sign. General reading. Taurus also. You have this animal card. It says, unleash and build wealth with your spirit animal. Reawaken the wild and free spirit that has been asleep for too long. Yes. I feel it's time for you to experiment, try new things. I feel it's time for you to unleash that kind of like wild man archetype, inside yourself, where you're like more willing to explore, more willing to experiment, more willing to try new things and be excited by new ideas and new opportunities in the world. With the Seven of Pentacles and the Eight of Wands, you have the Eight of Cups. I feel like you could be walking away from something here with the Nine of Swords, something that's been repeating too many times. It could be love, doesn't have to be. Like I said, this could just be some sort of mistake or a challenge or part of your story that seems to be repeating, and I feel like you're walking away from it. Again, it's not a bad thing. Obviously, that would be a good thing. With the Tower, here you go. You have the Ace of Cups. Again, this could be, this right here could just be a surprise love offer that's coming in for you. So like I always say, the Tower can be a change, but it doesn't have to be a negative or a challenging change. The Ace of Cups is your emotions overflowing, and the Tower can be a surprise, but it could be a pleasant surprise that's coming in for you. It could be the shock of a lifetime, but this could be a positive shock that's coming in for you. Like I said, like a connection that actually works, or, something that you don't think is possible is kind of what I'm hearing. With the Chariot, you have the Queen of Wands here. The Queen of Wands is about following your desire, and she has this sunflower right here. The sunflower points towards the sun. I always say that, she needs to move towards her sun, her joy, her happiness, the things that bring her fulfillment in her life. And she also has to learn as she goes. I'm pretty sure that you always get these cards of learning as you go. I definitely feel that Capricorns are in this period of life where, you're kind of like starting new things that maybe have never been done before, and you're just having to learn as you go. Another card of seduction. So again, if you're looking for love, I would definitely get out there. I feel you're definitely very attractive at this time. With the Nine of Swords, you have the Three of Wands coming up in the past. Like, no more what ifs, right? I kind of feel like that's what this is saying. The Nine of Swords with the Three of Wands kind of says that you are no longer betting on things that are just a fantasy. You're no longer, maybe you have a history of being together with people who just put you in this fantasy, where you both kind of, come up with all these ideas, but it never goes anywhere. Or, maybe there are other fantasies that you have. And again, there's nothing wrong with having fantasies. As a matter of fact, I encourage people to dream big right now because we have Neptune and Pisces. But the challenge is if we need to dream big with Neptune and Pisces, but we have to bring that dream to Earth. We also have Saturn and Pisces, which is like, okay, you can have whatever you want, but you got to get your ass moving, right? So that's what I would say here. It's like, I feel like the Three of Wands is saying, don't let a dream pass you by. You can manifest it here on Earth. With the Justice card, you have the Five of Swords. Again, some of you, I feel like this has come up for you before. You always get the Seven of Swords with me. You could be seeing someone, like if someone did you dirty in the past, you could be seeing them get their justice. You could be coming out on top as well. I kind of do feel this is a win for you here. Even if it doesn't involve another person, I just feel that some of you could be winning in some area of your life. This guy right here is kind of the winner. And, the card itself says that he has tried to win at all costs. It's not necessarily a positive thing, but again, I read intuitively, and intuitively, I do feel like you could be winning something that has been like a hard battle, or if you've been fighting a long battle, that's the type of victory that you could be having. Could be a legal battle as well. With the Empress, you have the Nine of Pentacles, pre-Empress energy as well as Empress energy. So Nine of Pentacles is about being independent, being able to take care of yourself. Again, I really see your finances or your abundance greatly increasing over the next few months. So you could be experiencing like a big increase over the next few months. You could be experiencing, better finances, better opportunities in your finances, things like that. So I see a lot of success here with the Nine of Pentacles. The other thing I will tell you is that I feel like the Nine of Pentacles is saying that you need to make decisions based off of your own ideas. Nine of Pentacles is very independent, but I feel that you could have people whispering in your ear, and this is like saying you need to make your own choices. With the Ace of Wands, you have the Chariot. Yeah, if you have any creative ideas, any new directions that you want to move in, that's going to be an instant victory for you. So I see a big victory if you take control of your life. The Chariot is a card of willpower. It's a card of really taking control of something, really making something happen. But really, I feel the secret for you is to be in alignment, be in the energy of what you want, and then you will have it. I also feel that some of you could be moving. If you're worried that you're not going to be able to move, like if you want to move, but you're worried that you're not going to have the finances or whatever, I kind of feel like this is saying no, you are going to be perfectly fine. You will have the money. With the Seven of Swords, you have the Page of Cups. I definitely feel there could be a new love connection here. It could be any sign coming in for you. Could be a water sign, but you do have a lot of water here, Scorpio and Cancer. Could be any sign. Like I said, general reading. But, again, I kind of feel that the Seven of Swords is saying, be careful of a past person here. The Page of Cups is also a card of your dream. So, he's dreaming maybe that I always say that fish might not exist. We don't really know if it exists or if it's part of his imagination. But, I feel like the Seven of Swords is saying that you can manifest your wildest dreams, but maybe in a different way. The Seven of Swords kind of says be flexible as well. With the Temperance card, you have the Hermit. Yeah, you've been through a dark night of the soul, Pluto in your sign. You've gone through some darkness, and now you're coming out the other side. It's just time for you to shine your inner light here, Capricorn. I feel like it's time for you to show the world how it's done, how to get things done, how to, accomplish whatever it is that you want to accomplish. That's what I would say there with the Hermit. But let's see here. We're going to pull 5 main themes for you and see what else wants to come up. Yep, you have this bouquet. It says compliments from an admirer. Definitely could be communication from a person. You have the Eight of Wands in your reading as well. So if you're hoping to communicate with a person, or you're hoping for communication, then I would definitely say there is communication. You have this boat. It says money or property through inheritance, winning or windfall. Definitely an increase in your finances. Empress, Nine of Pentacles, especially over the next few months. If you're working on a project, and if you're not, you should be. I would be if I were you. I would be working on some sort of project or business or some sort of idea. I think that will lead to a lot of success with the boat. You have this rabbit. It says too much concern with sexual matters. It's funny that it says something about friends with benefits or something. I do get that feeling here, but I don't know, if it works, it works. Who cares, right? So if, maybe you do start as friends with benefits with a person, but it develops into something more. But again, I would also be careful of a past person here with this reading and all your readings recently. You have this heart card. It says love, deep affection, and caring. There's clearly a very strong connection coming in for you. You also have this vase card here. It says secret admirer on it. So there is clearly love coming in for you here. It could be a Scorpio, because I'm always saying a Scorpio is always getting these cards of like a secret admirer. And I'm not saying it has to be a Scorpio. Could be any sign. You could be the secret admirer as well. So if it's you, and yes, I'm calling you out, Capricorn, then maybe you need to message a person or communicate with a person. You have this younger woman card. It says dealings or relationships with a younger woman. You have this horse. It says short journey. Yeah, it could be someone from a distance as well. Chariot twice here, so you could be interested in a person that like lives at a distance or whatever. You could be the younger person, they could be the younger person. Who cares? And if it works, it works. Like I said, if who cares what about these things, especially if it's a good positive relationship coming in for you. But a pretty interesting reading here, Capricorn. I see a lot of success over your next few months. Like, I feel like your next few months are going to be much better than expected. So, definitely something to look out for. And this is going to be a good thing. So thank you for being here, and definitely enjoy your week.